Hello? Wait, is the audio okay? Wait, I'm actually up. It's too loud. Oh, that's already the lowest, but oops. This instead. Maybe it's my mic. I'm not sure. Okay. What about now? Okay, adjusting gain. Okay. I think this is better. Well, like, let me know if otherwise, you know. Okay, so hi. It's been like almost a week since my last stream. I think for today I want to play Ace Attorney. It's like one of my favorite games in the series. I mean, like one of my favorite series, but but yeah. I've played this on the DS before, and I did buy the Steam version for like collection purposes, but now I want to play it again. I think I finished the first case so far here, but like, you know, I want to start over for you guys. And then to work on my awkwardness, I'll try voicing the line since, you know, none of these are voiced. But then I suck at voice acting, so it's just gonna be this tone probably most of the time. I'll try my best. Okay, let's start. First game. The First Turnabout. Oh, I should put like a pinned message though, like if it's too loud. No, the game keeps minimizing whenever I click out. Okay, hang on. I put a pinned message for anyone who shows up. We pin it. There we go. Play the first turnabout. Should I voice cutscenes also? Oh, I feel like I'll move too fast. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Oh, am I nervous? Right. Oh, no, this is a girl. I can't do girl voices. Okay, I'll try. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. Yeah, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on the murder trial right off the bat like this. No, for real, isn't this like his first case? So it's like... murder trial right off the bat is crazy. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean You knew the defendant before this case. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah. It's him. Death. Despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It is a nice start. It sounds like he wants to die. Mood. Yeah. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick, yeah, tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. I don't think murder is a simple case. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap beating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been through. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? This is, I'll try going for a deeper voice for the judge. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. Mom spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Defendant? Well, it's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Yeah, I know this one. I think I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. Just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone, age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Cinder block. Yapping. Okay, let's be serious. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Actually, I forgot. Hang on. How did she die? Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. Hang on guys, somebody's in the room. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. I don't know how he sounds. I know he's very high-pitched, but like... I haven't done high-pitch since pre-puberty. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue, the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Can we even examine it right now? No? Okay. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information the client that might help your client's case. You'll get a chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. He's so smug. Mr. Butts, is it true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I was gonna... I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my calls, or seeing me. Never. Oh, his eye twitch. That's about to freak it. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what you mean by dumped. Or to be more precise, I think he's been ghosted. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. He had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. Can't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, wait. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Hook me up with one of those, please. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. You can clearly see what kind of woman this Mystwing was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, dude, plead the fifth. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's murder motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy. This is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you? Or did you not? Well, maybe I did. And maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Good question. Should I stop him? I mean, truthfully, he did go to the apartment anyway. Whatever, just have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Side to the stand. Mr. Side, You sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sart, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, and I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Right, this is it. Alright. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open court record with tab and point out contradictions in the testimony. Let's see, and I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Here's our first contradiction. Should be around, must be thinking outside. However, I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. So we present. Autopsy report says time of death is between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. So, objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was around 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Well, gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and our whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? I'm gonna go sip coffee. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess that victim must have been watching a video of a date program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Yo, I already know the contradiction behind that statement. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the date program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Easy. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. There was a power outage around that time, so... Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Oh, yeah. Well... The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Saw it like his name. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, a murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Really not sure where to get the contradiction at here. Because the crime scene photo isn't an evidence. Oh, yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to kill her. Then there was a table clock in the apartment. The murder weapon. Can I save Scott? I don't remember. It was either this case, this statement, the table clock, or the murder weapon. Okay, let's present this one. Okay, for those who haven't played Ace Attorney games before, you know you present the correct evidence when the music stops. When Phoenix goes, or when you go objection. Wait, actually, I want to try something first. Can we press the murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just did. I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Okay, the music stopped, so this is correct. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Yes, who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Hello? Wait, were you streaming? Or did you just finish streaming? I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Oh no, you got sick? Like fever? Or like often cold? Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. He struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Feel better soon though, Aster. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Yeah. Shut up, I hate you. Not the two-faced troll. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through correctly. Carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply Ask the neighbors. Yeah, let me just pause the trial so we can go ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock, here. Now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Yo, the BGM's so banger, even after all these years. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. I think I'm getting the voices mixed up. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Oh, I got the voice wrong. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the time of the actual time of death. So Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one. I'm not voicing that. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Side. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Urgh. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Solid. Mia, I mean, Chief. Not the first name basis, that's your chief, girl. Boy. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. Sure. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Actually, I can. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Words. Let's see you pull this one off. See the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Well... Passport? The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hasn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard was when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod? Or should I say, Mr. Did it? I love the localization team for making name puns for like character names. It's so good. Oh, he passed out. Nice. Order. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, it is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty, but guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Side was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sod let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sod grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and killed her. August 3, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Yeah, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Harry Butts. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. The murder weapon? A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Like a fiddle, as they say. Doesn't that just make you wanna cry? Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, right? Never gets old. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. Right. What the heck is she talking about? This one, by the way. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. You probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it a fit what you will. Hey Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. What can you say it in a more decent face? Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People do. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, Phoenix. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. Tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Aren't you going out for drinks already? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Behavior progress is fine, yes. Right. Oh wait, I'm already in episode 3 when I did before. Well, I'm putting on save file 2 for you guys. Turnabout Yeah, the second case is called the Turnabout Sisters. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. It tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. Really just jumping in from one case to another. Not that I'm complaining. Ah, stretch. I'm shrimping again. Okay, there we go. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick up? I'll be in pre-trial meeting until then. Okay sis, but I expect dinner, so something good. Like burgers. I can go for a really good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Conversation recorded September 5, 9:27 AM. September 5, 8:57 PM. Faye and Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. I gotta say though, it's really crazy how you introduce a character one episode and then just kill them off the next. It's like, bruh. No, yeah. It's like, it's unexpected, like out of nowhere. Anyway, continue. September 5, 9:08 PM. Faye and Company Law Offices. Oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me? She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. That smell. Blood! Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? I think she passed out. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Potts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass nightstand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. The broken remains of a glass light stand. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Oh. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. We'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Some shards of glass are shown on the floor. There seem to be remains of a glass light stand. Okay. Is there nothing else? What about this window? There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice luxurious place. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. It looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Oh, not so fun fact. I have a friend who's also like an Ace Attorney fan, and she told me that this case was supposed to be the first case in the game, but then they decided against it because of how abruptly it starts, like, you know, with Mia dying. So they decided to add a different type of tutorial case to help ease us into it. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Please? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Huh. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used with this PC was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fay & Company ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Let's see. Shelves. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Over here. A perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spending big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. That's a good policy. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Pretty good to sit in too. That's everything. I'm not getting any more. Remove again. Let's see. No, nothing left. Can we move to the entrance? We can. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right here on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's talk to her first. Oh. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. You and the chief? So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the tinker. Have you seen my badge? I'm sorry, I've never seen that before. Oh, okay. The receipt, right? Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Oh, it's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Wee-woo. The police. It sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? A person saying they saw a murderer. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. You wouldn't have. Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here, note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. But she died instantly. It's closed, you're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? It's like the first contradiction though, like, right? Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning, and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m. Detention center. Visitor's room. Wow. They have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh! It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you. When you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. I had to drink, my throat was getting dry. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ah, so, he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. Oh girl, if only you knew. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Yeah, that's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, you can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Maya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Uh, acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. So, spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. Would that have been evidence in this case? In the case? Red. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. What cell phone? So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. The conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. Medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? You can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry, I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? I mean, to be fair, this is another murder trial. And Phoenix is pretty new, he doesn't have Mia to guide him this time. So it's not surprising. Right, I burped. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Can we present stuff to her? Have you seen my attorney's badge? Oh. This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken nightstand. Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass nightstand before this. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this now. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. I know, messed up that they're keeping a child. I think she is a child. Yeah, she's like 17. In this much surveillance. Victim shoe. They're like 10 years apart. It's kind of rare to see siblings age that far apart. Anyway, move. To Grossberg Law Offices. September 6, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's examine stuff though. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is something to sneeze at either for that matter. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. You can tell because, like, the wearing of the bindings. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. I think that's everything. Back to the offices, I guess? The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is the crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Hey, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix, right. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're not killer, right? Bruh, we just had this case. He's not the killer. He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Sweet Shoes. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey Dick, get over here. Yes sir. Be right there. So much for that. Him. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Yeah, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Have you seen my badge? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Dang it. Mia. How about Miss Faye? Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, September 5 at 9 PM. Sick cause. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. But why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer now. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, do you know him? You do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. He should have been at the club. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. And then present Maya's memo. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think I could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. Same. But what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says, the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai? That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went at the precinct. How what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Since you didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh wait, one more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, You'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Hmm. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. Really safe, I did. The witness? Yeah, it's April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? Miss May with that. So you've sent her home already then? Aha! You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside until she's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. So there's no proof Mia wrote it. Let's present all the evidence we got before we move on. There was a broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. What's that? Alright. Why does nobody know what an attorney's badge looks like? Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. It makes Mia's stats seem so routine. To the hotel! September 6th, Jadewater Hotel, room 303. Well, aren't you handsome? Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say anything to that lawyer, pal. Hehe. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's also exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Bro, it's you. You are the poor lawyer who has to cross-examine that one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought you was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Move, I'm not done examining. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's faint company, law offices, building of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Okay. Top. what you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe. Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? This is like the struggle though, in a professional setting, when you try to translate the jargon in layman's terms to someone who isn't in that field so they can understand it. My mind blanks out whenever I have to like explain medical stuff in like simpler terms, because I've gotten so used to the jargon already. Yeah. You know that thing that happened the other day? Bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Really, please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you wanna know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey! I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Get it together, Phoenix. Oh my god. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me. Just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. But have you seen my badge? Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you information in good conscience, Me, the witness? It's just like in the movies. Is there anything else we can tell her? I don't think there's anything else worth presenting to her. The Tinker? Oh, I guess she'll just say the same thing over and over. Let's get out of here. Maybe Grossberg is back. Let's check. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ah, man. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one that they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Ah, busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Uh, anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of this discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Music's so good. Okay, have you seen my badge? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Man, nobody wants to acknowledge my attorney's badge. Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Hmm? Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see? But the client is Mia Faye's sister. Hmm. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. And I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Well, technically I'm new, so I'm not worth any salt. So, yeah. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Faye? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. We followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Wait, hold on. I think I've actually seen that painting before. Or at least a replica, like IRL. I don't remember where. Yeah, I've definitely seen it somewhere. Back in high school. The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. Nope, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. So does that mean if I present any evidence, he's not gonna look at it? Oh, yeah, he really won't. Damn. Well, time to tell Maya the bad news. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Right, she needs to make a decision in like 18 minutes. Hiya, Maya. Oh, you're back. Did you find a lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Not sure what kind of shaming this is. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more? Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've gotten used to it. Girl, you're 17, you shouldn't be getting used to this. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the tinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer weapon by now. Serial murderer by now. I thought it was like 5 or... Okay, never mind. I don't want to... I'm not gonna continue that train of thoughts. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. It's always a man. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it apparently. I was like 2 years old when it happened. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But the man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name, my sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? What? Nah, Naya. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Huh. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Flashback. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Yeah, he smiled at last. She looked like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Oh, whoops. So can you look at my badge now? Oh. Okay, so does that mean we have to go to the hotel, try to examine that screwdriver? Oh. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, as your service, sir. Well, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Did you know where Miss May may be? Might be? Ah, I believe our guest is Miss May is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Mood. Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Yo, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. Wright of Blue Corp phoned. Alright, sure. Mr. Wright of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name, my sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Can we look at that screwdriver now? Oh, hello. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. I am, thank you. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? My day's been doing okay. I've been streaming for like almost 2 hours now. Wiretap added to the court record. Found in Miss May's hotel room. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial for sure. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. He's such a disaster. I love it. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh, I'm scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Save your progress to this point, yes. September 7, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1. Oh, hang on. Let me just drink some more. Not gonna lie, I have not talked this long. I mean, I'm not used to talking this long. So, yeah, my throat is going through it. I wanna get used to it though, so you gotta push that limit. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Oh wait, that's a deeper voice for the judge, right? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. You better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. I'm doing both at the same time actually, working during the day, studying at night. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. Prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Kumshu. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Kumshu, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Kumshu, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon is a statue of the Tinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the evidence. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue? Floor plans added to the court record. Murder scene, the Fay and Company law offices. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Kumshu. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Study work instruments. Well, how do you manage all of this? Well, you are very talented. Well, thanks, I guess. Well, technically I'm on break for the study. I'm still waiting for that one. And I'm off work today. And I don't stream as consistently. I mean, my last stream was like a week ago. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. And I just do this for like fun at the moment. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There are two people there already, the defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. We're somewhere in the US. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Huh? Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony, he would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. I am from USA. Oh, good for you. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? What are you working? That's a secret. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the telephone call came in, I rushed to the scene. The trick with Ace Attorney games is that if you're not sure where the contradiction is, like at this moment, you just press every statement until something comes up. So let's press. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who? I was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Wright. That's me! I'm doing study and VTuber 2D and 3D model also. That's nice. Well, good luck for you, I guess. Press. Are you absolutely sure it was us? I mean, dude, obviously. Listen pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. I'm doing graduation. Aw, congrats. Good for you, man. Or dude, girl, I don't know. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Fine. As long as we don't lose points, let's just keep pressing. But why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? I do have Discord, but that's not something I just share with anyone. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Because it's a personal Discord account. It's like telling a stranger your personal phone number. That's a privacy breach, man. Come on. He did say it. He said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. When you were screaming, I joined, then you gave me. I never gave anyone my Discord, so I'm not sure that was me you were watching. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Why don't you go for a 3D model? Because I'm broke. I ain't got money, man. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? You have no money. Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm not... At the moment, streaming isn't exactly a career for me. Just it's essentially a hobby at the moment. Until I get the follower count up. But I think I'm sensing where this is going. You're going to ask me if I want to commission you. You're like the third person who would ask me that if that's where you're going with this. I don't know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay, I know the contradiction for this one. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. She can't write the killer's name if she died instantaneously. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? If that is your way of asking if I'm interested in looking into your work to see if I would like to get a 3D model from you, then the answer is no. You're like the third person to ask me that from the time I've been streaming. It's getting exhausting having to say no to people. Victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt force object. Oh, due to a blow from a blunt object. Well, what is English? Blah. You telling me a blunt force this trauma? You comfortable, I did means to do this. Listen. I appreciate the whole, like, you chatting, you know, engaging with the streamer and all, that's nice. But if you're gonna come in here to solicit, I would suggest not doing that. That's not nice at all, that's straight up rude. I'm streaming to, like, let people, you know, who's interested in my content have fun also. Soliciting is definitely, like, what's the correct word for it? An immersion break? And look, like, I had to, like, stop breathing because of this. Like, just watch, man, if you're gonna go do that. Where were we? She died immediately. But no budding your way out of this one, detective. Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... I hate when he makes that face. But autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Why are you getting so angry? I wouldn't say angry, more like annoyed. Because again, you're not the first person to ask about, like, the whole 3D model stuff. It gets frustrating, annoying. Like, literally, I have not had one stream where someone comes in here and asks about this. And I put, like, a note on top, like, not interested. Sorry. It gets frustrating, that's all. I just wanna have fun, man. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look so shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. No, not like this. The detective's a sham. Sorry, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts this evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name please. April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5 when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room, Tiki? Do you have GF? No. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and... Well... I don't think those questions are appropriate. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end, that's all I saw. Every little witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia-faced understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Wow. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you examine the witness? Yes, obviously. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Like, alright, let's see. I'm gonna press this one. She dodged? Dodge what? Well, the attack. Please, continue your testimony. But that girl, she caught up to her and hit her. I feel like this is the evidence, but I'm not sure if I'm correct on that one. Let's the statement. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had the girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. I question your testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Not the hair shaving. It's coming from a guy with spiky hair. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. Ugh. Ugh. No. Yeah. No. I ain't making that sound. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, this court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Then that clock, that statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? No? Does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Tiki? How did you know it was a clock? I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the Tinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Oh, but that's important. How did she know it was a clock? The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. It's gotta count for something. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Yeah, that was close. If you stop me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of the company? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fane Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Actually, no. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court. Like, in case you guys didn't know, in case you guys forgot, in me and Maya's conversation, Mia said that the clock isn't working right now because she took the clockwork out. So there's no way it could have made a sound. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? This is the defendant's... oh, hang on. It is as the defendant says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. And it shouldn't be because there's supposed to be evidence in there. Well, Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have wrong. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat. Well, Miss May? Disc. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed was... Maya's cell phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Oh, wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is a defendant's cell phone. It contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought up to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Oh, that detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Same. Let's hear the conversation. I'm not voicing it, just already did it before, and also, let me rest of it. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear. The clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. which was well before the witness even arrived at our hotel. Ma... Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was I again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. To be fair, I think anyone would have seen it before if they looked at the newspaper. Wasn't this in the news? Anyway, yes, I do have an objection. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. This produces evidence that will prove that the witness had not seen this clock before. I think it was here? It's made to look like the statue. Papers. Oh, here we go. Made by Larry Butts. Only 2 of them exist in the world. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. No, not like this. Oh, no excuses on sale today? Oh, What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? He did it, and she should die for it. Die. Aw, she snapped, yo. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh? Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me speak. Tell me, how did you know the weapon is a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the weapon, that the murder weapon was a clock. A wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright. I'm burping. Please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It tells me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, You still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... You're right. Okay. So we present this phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Tinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. So I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Oh, she's crying. Yeah, cry about it. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Miss May. What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? Order. There will be order. What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops. So you admit you tapped her phone? But wait. I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. I don't think wiretapping classifies as being a good girl. Really? Can you prove it? No way she can prove it. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer? I can prove it. And I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. And I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so, killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. It's like my favorite drink, yo. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my greatest pleasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, IFA, commit murder. No, we're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. I doubt calling the... I think we should continue examining her. There's more she's hiding, I think. Right, on with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes. But that bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh, think. This can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any other witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. But that means he is guilty? Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Oh. Oops. This. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, you should question the bellboy and Miss April May's alibi. And Miss April May's alibi proved to be solid, and by default, your client, Miss Maifei, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? At first, he's got me back into a corner. I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That T-set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. What if he's the murderer? No, it's always the butler. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. Defendants may begin their cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. "9 o'clock on the dot, which is when... "9 o'clock was the meeting time, though. So that means they had it set up specifically so Maya will be there. "9 o'clock on the dot, you say?" Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock PM. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy? I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? The thing about that is... Oh, here, see you tonight at 9. I'm not sure if this is the correct evidence to present though. Okay, we should save just to be safe. I mean, I'm not gonna save Scum, I just wanna make sure I save. Guilty, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her sunny radiance, but I also heard her voice. Do bellboys check in? Or do you mean like he brought her bags up to her room? And then I saw them, and ahem. Point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Ah shoot, that was not the correct evidence. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Sin. So very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French? Oh, embracer, not embarrasser. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps he was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. Uh-oh. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest? Wait, please wait. Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Miss Wright. Mr. Wright? I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Not save's coming. Let's go back. Check-in. Tell me about the check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. So I was a disappointment, really. I see. Wait, excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover over there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Oh boy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Superman. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. There was your good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Huh? Uh-oh. He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Uh-oh. You fool! Someone got caught? I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Can we present people now? Or not yet? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. Oof, Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was sapping the victim's fault, but Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. Uh, what a convenient little setup. It's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like to if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. Well, I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her prompts won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. I think there's also the other reason why they decided not to make this case like the first tutorial case. It's kinda long for an intro. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the court record. The victim touched an attack and then ran to the right. She was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do to me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Okay, I think this is a good place to call it. The other half of this trial is kind of long-ish also. It's almost 3 hours since the stream, so I think we'll just continue with this for next time. Oh, and also I'm planning to like upload the VODs over in YouTube since Twitch doesn't keep them for long, in case anyone wants to like backtrack these in the future. Yeah, let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream for the rest of the week though, because I got work tomorrow and a bunch of other commitments. But I'll try. Next stream is definitely like we'll finish this for sure. Okay. Yeah, so thanks so much for coming, guys. I mean, yeah, or watching if you're in like the VOD section. If you managed to watch all the way from here from the VOD, thank you. No exit, no end screen this time because I still haven't figured out what's a good song for like the outro. I'll find it. Anyway, thank you guys again so much. Till next time, bye bye!